This episode of The Bill and Callie Show is brought to you by... For over 28 years, Creative Carpet and Flooring has provided not only one of the largest selections of carpet and flooring in the area, but also customer service that exceeds expectations. Featuring leading brands like Mohawk, Stanton, and Shaw, their friendly and knowledgeable staff is there to help you choose the products that are right for you and are available to help answer any questions along the way. Once you become a client, you'll get newsletters recognizing new customers, offering contests, sales, and special thank you incentives for referrals. Creative Carpet and Flooring, with locations in Mokina, Illinois and Highland, Indiana. A family-owned business providing great products and service to families like yours.
The Bill and Kelly Show is recorded at Studio A at Executive Suite Squared in beautiful Hammond, Indiana. Now, here's Bill and Kelly. Hello, welcome to our show. We're here today with Brad Kellett and Jacklyn Greer of Pack 316, a new scout troop in Portage Township in Porter County. So, welcome to our show.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
And we'll be joined later by Abby Swift, who will explain how this troop started. So why don't you guys share with us basically some of the activities these kids are involved in, because you sent me the pictures and I'm like, wow, man, oh man.
Super
active, which is good. I mean, it's great. So tell us a bit about some of the activities going on.
Okay, so we started in October. And we did popcorn sales. We did sales outside of stores, local businesses, some mom and pop shops. We also, oh boy, what else did we do around that time in October?
So I know we were planning for the camping trip.
Camp Topanebe. Yes, that's in Michigan City. That was fun. We had almost all of our scouts participated. A handful of them stayed the night. We did skits around the fire. It was, they earned a cold patch because we camped in it was
got down to like 15 degrees.
Yeah, good for them. They're hardy.
Yes, it was very cold.
Toughen them scouts up, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But it was so cold that we also viewed the moon at night, and they had like a crystal ring around the moon.
Oh,
it was so
cool.
So the next day we woke up and we went fishing, but it was more like ice fishing. We dug, we went dinosaur digging. We dig for fossils. We gave each kid like a bucket of sand, and they went through with a brush and, named a few dinosaur bones that they were digging up. We did a volcano. We made a volcano erupt, and we also this is like the best part. It's so fun. Scouts has like their own sport, and it's called a Gaga Ball. So it's an actual we get a big octagon pit, and it's just hands-on. Don't get hit by the ball. It's it's less intense than dodgeball.
Okay,
it's less intense. But it's still pretty intense.
Yeah.
You still hear that ball, like that smacking noise.
Clunky noise.
It's dodgeball without throwing it because they have to use their feet.
Oh, okay.
And if they get hit by the ball, then they're out. They got to dodge it
Fun.
until the last one's left. And then later that day, we were able to do human foosball. Have a big human foosball court set up there. I know the kids had fun. I think the leaders and the parents that were playing it had a little more fun than the kids.
Tie their arms to sticks and then swing them back and forth.
Oh my gosh, that would have been a sight.
I'm trying to figure out if I should edit that out or not.
I was thinking put your arms over the
co-hosts
stick and then
suggest wrapping
swing
kids
back
to
and
sticks.
forth.
That doesn't translate, Kelly. Kelly's had too much coffee.
No such thing.
Oh my goodness. So our camping was it was a fun time. We will be doing that soon, again. And then we went towards the holidays. So backtrack. We are chartered through the Legion in South Haven. and they hold like a drive for personal hygiene, foods, non-perishable items, and it's for veterans in need. So we collected a bunch of, I guess, those items from the Scouts, and we turned those in to our charter organization, and they hold that 24/7 all year round. So I don't know if anybody's willing to, participate in helping them as well, raise stuff, but we did that. So we do reach out to our community. Around that time, we also built a book box. Take a book, leave a book.
Nice. Oh yeah, I love those.
So it was donated stuff, a lot of donated wood, and the smaller Scouts donated the books, whereas the older Scouts, they
sanded, painted,
stained it and stuff like that.
That's great.
So the book box is one of those you put in a public place and people
take a
donate
book,
books.
Take a book and leave a book.
Leave a book, yeah.
So
it's at
great.
South Haven, Haven Hollow, right?
Haven Hollow Park, a park in the area right there.
Oh, great.
And then it was cool. I know we were able to do a ribbon cutting ceremony.
Oh, fun.
So they,
was really cute.
the leaders, they came out and supported what we were doing, and we're all for it. So something good that's for the community.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, I also saw in the pictures a nursing home. You guys did nursing home visits?
Yeah.
Yep, around Christmas time, all the Scouts made cards to hand out. They colored them, wrote on them, and we went to two actually different nursing home or senior living homes, and the Scouts caroled, and they
how
gave out,
sweet.
made sure everybody had at least one of those cards. But it was cool to see the faces and just see the shift in the atmosphere on the residents that were there. When the kids were singing, they start clapping, singing along, and I mean, you just see smiles grow and
so
happiness come on them. So it was really cool to see.
It was really
beautiful.
sweet.
Yeah.
Is a lot of those senior living centers, they don't, some of them don't get visitors.
Yeah.
I mean, their kids are either someplace else or, and so when people show up like that, they get a charge, and specifically little kids, they love that.
Yeah.
I mean, they adopt them all as their grandkids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I know, like my father-in-law and my mother-in-law, they both had Alzheimer's, and one of the units we went on was a locked unit for
Memory care.
Memory
care.
care.
So, the dementia, the Alzheimer's. So
Oh, yeah.
for me personally, like to see that, it was really heartfelt for me because our
Yeah.
family has been through that, and my son's 6, and so to see his father in the home and to go visit him, then be able to share and just cheer him up and bring a smile to other people's faces who are there right now. It
Yeah.
really meant a lot to us.
Yeah, that's great work.
They love it when they come
Yeah.
and have somebody
Oh,
come and
yeah.
visit.
Yeah.
They may not know who they are,
Yeah.
but they know it's somebody fun and cute
They're all
and
cute.
whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
My
Some
dad-
of them
my
are
dad-
missing teeth.
my
They
dad-
have stuff in common.
Yeah, so,
Right.
exactly. Well, my dad had Alzheimer's, and it used to always crack me up because my youngest son would come and visit for, maybe 20 minutes, stop by, hey, Grandpa, blah, 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 and he'd leave, and I'd say, so do you know who that was? And he'd be, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who was that? Well, I can't think of his name, but we used to work together at Standard Oil.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
And it would always be like, okay, Dad. It was just so cute.
funny. Oh my
it was
gosh.
adorable. So yeah,
I love that.
but he loved it because it meant something to him. He may not have realized that was his grandson,
Right.
but
Right.
somebody that he knew
Yeah,
came
somebody-
and visited him,
Yep.
and it
And
was
that's one
important.
of the nice things to see, even with my son and my father-in-law, was, like he'd almost be out of it when we got there, but then as soon as Jonah came in the room, he like lit up, like there was that connection instantly.
Sure.
So it brought joy to him, and I mean the residents there wanting the pictures with the kids
Oh,
and cheering them on. Like,
sure.
it was really cool to see.
Yeah, I love the fact that these kids are getting a chance to experience nature.
Yeah.
Go out there and
Oh,
see
yeah.
what it's like, and to view the moon and look for fossils and everything. But then they're also learning science,
Yes.
doing all the cool stuff with the volcano and everything, and then they're learning empathy and caring about their community and
Yep.
doing
Absolutely.
good for others. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what scouting is all about. And I just
Definitely.
love the fact
The
that you guys
morals
have
that
that.
just get placed in the kids and the values, I mean,
Sure.
it's priceless. It really is, because that's the time, you know, especially like in the Cub Scouts, the packs are so little, so you're instilling those things in them now, and then later you'll be able to see how it's stuck with
Yes,
them, you know.
absolutely.
Well, that's how it is. Like, you know, anytime I talk to somebody, they're like, "Oh yeah, I was in Cub Scouts once. That's how I learned how to tie that knot." You know, or something. It's always referring something. I always run into somebody that says,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I was in Cub Scouts back in the day."
Yeah, it's so important. So I remember when I worked for a school district, I was the technology director, and one of the teachers won an energy grant where they bought all these kits that the kids had, solar kits, wind kits, and so on. They had to put them together. And at that time, there was a severe decline in scouting. You know, it was just not a thing that was cool, and you know, parents just didn't do it. They didn't get the kids signed up. Boy, the kids, just the basic mechanical concepts and putting pieces together,
Yes.
these very simple kits,
Yeah.
they were struggling.
I believe it.
It's like they didn't, and we spent a lot of time helping them put the pieces together. But, you know, with scouting, and I remember when I was a scout, we had the book and we had to go through, and they
Yeah.
gave examples of what to
Right.
do, how to put pieces of wood together, knots, everything.
Earning your badges.
Earning your badges, and boy, it's some of the lessons learned were just
They're life
priceless.
lessons.
Just
They
absolutely
really are.
priceless.
Well, that's how it started out. So what? In January, we had our Pinewood Derby event.
Oh, I loved
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Oh.
just so fun.
Just whittling away
Yeah.
at just like a little brick of wood and painting it and, you know, constructing it, putting the wheels on and stuff like that, racing it.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's more fun to put it together than racing it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that was a good idea. But I remember that Pine Derby. It was man,
the
it was
Pinewood Derby is always so
competitive.
much fun.
Oh
It's very
my!
Yes, but it's
competitive.
fun.
But it's
Yeah.
so fun. It just seeing like they have this very long track and then they had like a little set of bleachers and the kids would get on the bleachers and they would just cheer away and their
Yeah.
feet would be stomping on the bleachers.
that's
and
so
Yeah,
it was
right by the
so-
finish line, so you
Yeah.
can see.
Exactly. Yes. So you know
Oh,
they
that's
got
so fun.
participation little ribbons and you know I keep my kids' ribbons and you know their school pictures throughout the whole year. So I like
Those
to
are
hoard my
memories.
stuff.
Yeah.
Those
So
are
I keep my
very
medals and
important
I.
memories.
Oh, yeah.
My gosh!
Yeah.
I still have my sash from
Yeah.
Girl
Do you
Scouts. I
really?
still
Oh my
have a whole
goodness.
bunch of my
Okay.
ribbons from 4-H and different things. So
Yes, I definitely hoard my kids'
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, and one of the cool things with the Pinewood Derby that we did, since we're such a new pack, we didn't have a track, so we were actually able to join a pack from Hobart. You know, they invited us, allowed us to come and race on their track and be a part of their Pinewood Derby with their
Cool.
event. So
Yeah.
it was cool to see the two groups mesh together and
Yeah.
enjoy you know that event.
Even though we're
together.
at two different councils, you know,
Yeah.
it's still nice to, you know, see eye to eye with somebody, you know, they see us just starting out, we couldn't, you know, afford our own track because they're pretty pricey,
Yeah.
you know, so they were, come on over, you know, come,
Yep,
you know,
completely
come hang out with
welcoming.
us and do this, you know, yeah, it was a great time. It was a really good time. The scouts loved it.
How
Yeah.
fun.
So, and then what was it? I know we were able to take the scouts to the South Haven Fire Department. And they let them try on the gear, you know, carry the hose, run a little
fun.
obstacle course.
Yeah.
So I think that's an important partnership that we have, you know, in the community too, is with the fire department and
Yeah.
was it the chief that came to our blue and gold ceremony and
Mm-hmm.
he's like, if you ever need somebody
That's so
involved,
cool.
make sure you call me. I'm the guy. I want to be in the middle of it. So
Oh yeah, they
Oh,
love
that's
it.
lovely.
You know, especially police and fire, they get so heavily involved because they feel like they could be influencing the next kid
Yeah.
to want to do that. And that's another profession that sometimes they have a hard time recruiting.
Yep.
And boy, you know, in fact, someone told me, check the like police officers at the sheriff's department or at a local police department. Majority of them were scouts.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know, at an early age. So
Yeah, that's so, the one that we went to last night, we went to a police station last night in Portage, and he was telling us that he used to do that stuff, so
Yeah.
it was really good to hear.
Yeah.
cool stuff. Cool
Yeah.
stuff.
And they were real welcoming, and there were a couple requirements for the bears from the police department as far as fingerprinting and that, and I mean, they went out of their way to accommodate that, you know, so they can meet that requirement and get a patch or a segment. And, you know, they took them through the police cars, and they had a canine there. They did a little demonstration.
Yeah,
So
they
they all
brushed
got their
fingerprints,
fingerprints
like
done?
glass.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think
it was
I
a
had
good
that
time.
done. That may have been when I was an adult, though.
Yeah, when your picture used to be up at the post office.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
no.
you know, usually Kelly's sitting on the other end. This
There's
is
a reason.
unusual. Now you know why.
You can't kick me.
Yeah.
You
Gotta
can't kick me
have
if
the
I'm way over.
separation.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my goodness.
So tell us why you guys got involved in doing this.
Okay, well, Abby reached out to me, and she's like, hey, you know, because we were originally at the other Portage Pack, and she's like, hey, you know, council wants to spread, you know, some of the scouts at different locations around here, and I know that you live in South Haven. Would you want to jump over and, you know, open up shop over there? And I was like, absolutely. And literally, you walk out my back door, and there's my scouts. So it's great. It's great. So she recruited me over, and Brad came along for the ride.
Yeah. So they had put the flyers in the school, and the school that the meetings are at is where my son goes, which is her backyard. So we saw it, and I talked to him like, "Is this something you want to do?" And I mean, he's 6. He asked me, "Well, what do we do?" And I camping, fishing. Oh yeah, let's do it. So we signed up, and you know, my original plan was like, yeah, I'll help if I need to. I'll just be a parent, but you know, I think it's gonna build a stronger bond. You know what I mean? Because I like pouring into kids. I like pouring into people and helping encourage them and help them, you know, grow and be the best that they can be. And I didn't see a better way than, you know, actually getting in contact and like, hey, I want to help out. What can I do to be a leader? What can I do? What can my role be to help make this the best it can be for the kids in the community?
Now, is there a lot of training you have to go through to be a leader, or what all do you have to go
We
through?
do recommend parents and leaders. Leaders have to be YPT trained, youth protection training, and that's all done online. And we ask the parents to do that as well. And then there are certain, you know, for instance, I'm treasurer, so I will have to take a treasurer training course online. Den leader training. So there is all online, but it's only like an hour long.
Right.
You know, so.
So
Yeah.
super easy. So for parents who want to get involved and do things like this,
You can
It's
literally
not that
get it done
hard.
on your cell phone while you're doing the dishes, or you know, mowing the lawn. I wouldn't recommend that. I would not recommend that, but you know, I've seen
But it's
people
that
multitask.
easy.
Yes, it's that easy.
It's easy, and you know, for me, not being in Scouts when I was younger, and now having my son in it, as a parent, you know, I'm an assistant den leader. I've learned probably just as much as he have and these kids do going through this process, and it's super simple. And I mean, the more parents that we get involved, the more people in the community, the better it's going to be for, you know, not even just for us, for the things that we have to do to set up, but it's going to be that much better for the kids, because now they're going to have different people pouring into them, you know, because your experiences are different than mine, yours are different than mine.
Sure.
So there's going to be a little piece that's going to be deposited into them, and I think it's going to help give them that knowledge and that wisdom, you know, if they ever come into situations or how to handle things. So, because I mean, kids being that young, we become their conscious, we become that small inner voice inside of them. So, you know, we need to make sure what they're hearing is right, it's moral, and it's going to help them make the best decision that they can.
Oh, he said it.
Beautifully said. Yeah, that's beautifully
I mean,
said.
did you write that down somewhere?
I know, that was
Well,
good.
it's going to be on video now, so you guys can take this puppy and replay.
I know. I was like,
Or make it a training
well,
tape.
I mean, jeez.
Abby, why don't you tell us a bit about how the pack started?
Absolutely. So PAC 316 started in Portage because we needed an avenue to have our scouts, all of our scouts, both to have a safe spot to grow, and our community is so large, and only having one pack at the current time, we needed another place. We needed room for growth, and needed, you know, my family is a boy and a girl. I have a daughter and a son, and we just really value what Scouting stands for in our family, and it's just what we're all about. So we wanted to give our kids, both of them, a safe place, and it's a fun thing to do. We really enjoy being outdoors with our kids, and our daughter came to everything, but now she really understands what Scouting is about and begged to do it. So my husband and I decided that it was time to venture out on our own, and how do we get more things going in the Portage Township area for our kids. As an educator, I think it's really important for kids to have a place where they belong, and we just started one day, and it was kind of fast-paced from there, and we started going to the schools, and there's a lot of interest, and here we are now. We're a couple months later, and we're just blooming, so it's very exciting.
It is exciting.
That is great news. And in this area, how many boys do you have in the pack?
We are our current enrollment is 20. We just crossed over our 2 oldest scouts, who were Arrow of Lights, and they crossed from Cub Scouts into a troop. And then, so it's 20 total, but we have 3 girls. And the girls are in their own den. They actually, this year all of our girls are in 4th grade. And so they're together, but as we grow, all of our girls will grow together and be in their own dens, and boys will be in their own dens. And that's how it's set up. It's safety, but also because boys and girls grow differently.
Yes, they do.
So it helps us to make sure that each of their needs are being met. So, but they can each do the same requirements, but just a little differently. So we make sure that needs are being met and all of our kids are separate, and then we move forward. But we currently will have 18 after the 2 crossed over this past weekend.
That's great.
Awesome. Well, Abby, we appreciate that, and we appreciate you telling us how the pack got started, and please keep up the great work.
Thank you so much. We, look forward to it. We appreciate this opportunity to, spread out the word of what we're doing, and, we're all about our community, our country, and our God. We really, stand firm on the Scout Oath and Law, and we all try, as leaders, we all try to live by that example, not only for our own personal kids, but for the kids in our community.
Right.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and keep them active in positive activities that teach them the importance of giving back to the community and serving the community.
Yeah, and being good people.
It's all good stuff.
Yeah, love it.
You have room in a scout troop for a podcaster? Kelly says I need to have all these lessons retaught.
Yes. I'll agree with that. I didn't say it, but now that you did, I'll admit that it's a good idea.
Yes, and we go on. All right, thank you much, Abby.
Thank you
and
so
we're going to
much.
continue on the conversation with Brad and Jacklyn.
Well, thank you so much for letting me be involved today.
Absolutely.
Oh, no problem. We appreciate you calling and giving us an insight in how the pack began.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So what kind of things do you have coming up?
Okay, we are on day 3 of Scout, or 4 for us. We had our blue and gold ceremony on Saturday. That's the crossover we were telling you about. Sunday, we Scouts at Reverent. That's part of our
Sunday.
Yeah, it's Scout Sunday, February 9th of every year. They have to be reverent, or they should be, and they go to their church, or even if you're not,
or
whatever
They
your
help
beliefs
serve.
are.
Right.
Yes. And then Monday we did the police station. So from here on out,
We have Nelson, the animal guy, coming up, so we're going to
Yeah.
be going up to Michigan.
Nice.
It's not this Saturday, the following Saturday, and I haven't been up there before, haven't seen him, but from what I hear, it's pretty cool. He brings out the animals, they can see them.
exotic animals.
Yeah.
Ugh. I will stay
You know,
home that
actually,
time.
we know a guy that we're going to put in touch with you,
Yeah.
the Wildlife Center.
Yeah. That
And
would be
it's
great
kind of
for
a
the
safe
kids.
exposure to wild
Oh,
animals,
nice.
if
Yeah.
you will.
Yeah.
Cool.
Really?
I got a couple of
Yeah.
different things I'm going to suggest for them.
Yeah.
Yes,
Got some
definitely.
good ideas.
Ideas.
And then we have coming up, I don't know if it's this month, I don't remember, this month or March, the planetarium. We're going to take them to
March.
in Maryville. So
Nice.
that's in March.
our theme for March is Scouts Are Out of This World.
Oh, cute.
So we're going to do edible solar systems. We're going to do the planetarium, and then we're also going to do a cleanup. We're going to help the Portage Township, and they're going to send us to a few parks, and we're going to help clean up that month, which leads us into April 4th is our 5K. So this is our a really big event for us. It's a 5K. We're holding. It's going to be held in Portage off Swanson Road. Duneland, Prairie Duneland Trail.
Yeah.
It's off Swanson and Central. So we're gonna do that, and
now, is that a fundraiser too, or
yeah,
is it?
I mean, it's gonna go to our pack, our family pack, and it's gonna give us more leniency to help out with the community. You know, I mean, right now we can help out with our time, but we would like to, put another box somewhere. We need, stuff that costs money.
Oh,
we
sure.
need to give back to the community and
Absolutely.
to,
How do people go about sponsoring your kids or donating to this?
I mean, we just ask for people's time, but I mean, if,
Do you have like a
Yeah.
Facebook page, like a group or something?
Right now, I think we just have a closed group.
Closed group,
But,
okay.
safety for the kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
No, that makes sense.
If somebody wants to reach out and support, get involved, get their kids signed up, come visit to see what we're about, they can email us at 316 Cub Scout Pack at Gmail.
316 Cub Scout Pack at gmail.com.
That's right.
Perfect.
So, and for the pack for the 316 is derived, a lot of people know John 3:16 from the Bible, but it's also from Deuteronomy 3:16. So, and that goes along with some of the scouts. The law, the morals of it as a scout is reverent. So it was fitting when they came up with the number for the pack.
That's
So,
very cool. I like that.
Yeah, it was, that was Abby and the other leader's idea, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome, that's perfect,
Yeah.
perfect, hit the
Well,
nail on the
yeah.
head.
So then if there are businesses out there who have cool things that would be really interesting for your scouts to go see and things like that, this is a good way to
Email.
get in touch with you, let them
Yep.
know about cool things going on
Yep,
that
so
you might want to get
there's-
involved in.
There's 3 of us that have access to that email, so one of us will catch the email that came in, and then we can get together and reach out to and find out what the interest is and go from there with it. So we just want to make sure that people know that this is in the area, to grow it, and it's a good thing for the area.
Absolutely.
So that's really our purpose, is to pour into the kids and to get the word out there that, hey, there is something for you to do that's going to be constructive and going to help you in the long run of your life.
Yeah.
So no matter where you live, I mean, if you live in this area, here we go. You can get yourselves involved, but anywhere.
Yeah.
Get your kids involved in 4-H and Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts
that's
and
very
scouting,
important.
and it's just wonderful. I mean, I was involved in all those things, and some of my best memories growing up are from
mine
the
was too,
time I
the Girl
spent,
Scouts.
with these people, and I can't recommend it
Yeah,
enough.
and,
I
and
know how
if
important it is.
you're not from the area, like Callie was saying, you just Google Cub Scouts and find a pack or a troop in your area and seek it out and look into it and get involved. You won't regret it.
No.
Yeah.
I do not regret anything getting involved with Scouts. Getting my son involved. I'm happy. I'm thankful for it, and I appreciate all the leaders and parents that step up and help.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, and many people, I think there's a lot of kids involved in sports, but one of the things that scouting has at least taught me a lot of life skills that I didn't get from
Absolutely.
sports. Teamwork, that the layer that isn't involved in sports, just camping, life skills, cooking,
Basic survival.
Oh, yeah.
survival
Absolutely.
skills. So wow.
And the
that-
helping others, that's
Yeah.
my biggest
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
People doing good for
It can
others.
be basic stuff like, starting a fire, to putting up a tent, to learning to tie your shoes, anything like that. We try to educate and teach all.
Starting
I love it.
fire purpose.
Uniforms we have Class A uniforms. It's the uniforms that you see. The younger ones wear the blue button-ups, and the older ones wear the beige button-ups. And they have their patches, who we represent, our pack numbers. A cool thing about the uniforms is the neckerchiefs. When they bridge over to like lions becoming tigers or tigers becoming wolves, they are handed a new neckerchief when they're crossing over the slide, and they get to take their old one off and they put the new one on. So the neckerchiefs are, tied, and there's these slides that you slide up on them to hold them in place, and they can get expensive. So we kind of just started making our own out of wooden pieces. They're really it's really cheap to make. I don't want to put a price on it, but anywhere from like 10 to 20 cents each to make. And they our theme this year was superheroes. So we did, some kids did Hulk hands and Batman and Superman and Thor, and they cut out little, what would you call those, like icons?
Emblems and things like
exactly,
that.
yes.
Yeah.
And then they would Mod Podge them. After they would decorate them, they would paint them and color them, marker them, and they would put Mod Podge on it, let it dry, and they're slides, and they look so much better than the actual
Right.
Class A ones.
And you were saying they're really expensive to buy all the things that they
Yeah.
need. It's
Exactly,
not
yeah.
cheap, and so
No, it's
that's
not.
And
another
the kids
reason.
get joy out of it because it's something they're making, they're
Yeah.
designing, and then when they wear it, they're
It's
proud
like,
to
"Look at
wear
that."
it.
You
They
should
want to
see them,
show
they
it
fix
off.
their
Yeah.
neckerchief
Makes
on.
you feel good, I'll tell you.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So yes, those are that's just a simple idea that we did to save on the cost.
Yeah,
Scouts are
that's
thrifty.
wonderful. That's
They are
right.
That's
thrifty,
right.
yes.
That's part of the
Yeah,
so-
they're thrifty.
thrifty. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Part of
always
being a
prepared.
scout.
And,
Yeah.
Always prepared.
Absolutely,
Be
part of our motto. Our motto is do your best, though. So
Mhm.
we always say that. All right,
Boy
remember,
Scout
don't
motto.
forget.
I
Yeah, don't
remember it.
Do your
Mhm.
best.
do your
Oh.
best.
Mhm. Oh, this is awesome stuff. I tell you guys, we're so happy to have you on and hear the good things you're doing out there, and the young lives that you're impacting. And
Absolutely.
this is just gives us goosebumps, tell you.
Yeah.
Well,
Now, if people want to get involved
about
or
to
find
say.
out more about this 5K that you've got going on, how do they do that?
Well, I actually set up a Facebook page today. It's Our Scouts Are Out of This World 5K. You can, Facebook search it. There's a link on the page. There shows information, shirts, emblems. There's a lot of information on it, but there's also a link which takes you to the sign up page. So you can sign up all the way up until I think it's March 27th. So there's still time.
So there's a
This is-
pre-order, you can pre-register, or you can register the day of, but obviously if you pre-register, you'll save, I think $10 is what it is
Yeah,
by
I believe it's-
pre-registering.
So that's a website.
Yep. mhm.
Okay. All right. So they go to the website. Our Scouts Are Out of This World.
Yeah.
And then your email is 316cubscoutpack@gmail.com.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
if anybody wants to get a hold of us to find out information on Scouts, if they want to find out more about the 5K, if people know people that want to help us out, we're always looking for stuff to do, always, for
Awesome.
the community and country. So
Leaders and
Perfect.
kids that want to be part of the Scouts.
absolutely.
Great.
Yep.
Cool. I can't tell you how much we appreciate you guys coming
Yeah.
out.
Well,
And,
Thanks for having us.
Yep.
it's good stuff. Keep it up.
Absolutely.
Thank
We
you.
really
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
it.
Yep.
And with that, we'll close out the show.
All right.
And
Bye.
we'll say goodbye for
Bye.
now.
Bye.
This episode of The Bill and Callie Show is brought to you by... For over 28 years, Creative Carpet and Flooring has provided not only one of the largest selections of carpet and flooring in the area, but also customer service that exceeds expectations. Featuring leading brands like Mohawk, Stanton, and Shaw, their friendly and knowledgeable staff is there to help you choose the products that are right for you and are available to help answer any questions along the way. Once you become a client, you'll get newsletters recognizing new customers, offering contests, sales, and special thank you incentives for referrals. Creative Carpet and Flooring, with locations in Mokina, Illinois and Highland, Indiana. A family-owned business providing great products and service to families like yours.